All right, and this is another episode of Express Lane with
Kevin, Stan, what's up? We're back. A little hiatus, but I was doing some things, and I'd like to say Stan was doing some things, but I don't think he was. I think it was all on me again. I got a life.
Yeah.
We're back. We got Mrs. Kevin Haley with us again.
Hello.
On camera today.
Yeah, I hope it's on my good side.
Nah, you look great.
Aw, thanks, honey.
Yeah, you're welcome. But it was going to be a solo, just the two, me and Stan, but we were running errands and we were in the area, and you didn't feel like sitting here watching us do a podcast. So
yeah,
now you're
I'm
doing the podcast.
not sitting here watching you guys talk to each other.
Especially if you were going to sit here and not be a part of the podcast, I was going to talk about you.
Yeah.
And then I would like to chime in.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we did with Mr. Shabazz. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
So I kind of ambushed you with you get here and I'm like, all right, let's hop in the car. We're going for a ride. And then we went to our buddy Eric's house and got these awesome cornhole boards.
Yeah, right. The boards are sweet. Stan, if you can move a little bit, but the awesome surprise. Like you said, you had a surprise. And I was like, what the hell is this surprise going to be? But definitely, cornhole boards are always fun. Yeah. And then, the secondary surprise on top of that was getting to see the Mudroom Studio, shop was fun, just, seeing the workspace, because he really, treats it nice, and everything was organized. It was really just fun to kind of see that space. But then he pulls back this, curtain on a shelf and just had all kinds of, bar accessory stuff that was gonna get thrown out from a distributor, and they're like, here, take it. So we ended up with bar mats and shot glasses and frosty mugs and just all kinds of goodies.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we gotta get working on our bar.
Yeah, now I have to build a bar, so thanks.
That was pretty cool. I thought it was a good surprise.
Yeah, it was definitely. And I can't wait to play some cornhole on them.
Yeah, to use them.
Yeah, which I'm surprised that you because cornhole's on ESPN sometimes, so it's a sport. So I'm surprised that you are into it.
There you go, Stan.
Well, so, all right, I don't like sports, but bar games, I'm there because it's drinking. Yeah. So cards,
beer pong.
There's this new game.
You're really built for bowling. Yeah. I'll tell you that much.
Like a bowling ball. There's this new game that they brought. So I went to a cookout for 4th of July, and so they break out a big piece of wood for a beer pong table. Except for they're not playing beer pong on it. They're playing this game where you throw a marble up in the air, or no, dice. That's what it was. Dice. You throw dice, and it has to hit the board or make it in the cup in the corner of the board. It's fucking stupid, but you see it on Old Row and all the college places all the time. Mm-hmm. It's stupid luck. There's no skill in it at all, I don't think.
Says someone that's bad at it.
Somebody that went out, played first and then didn't play again the rest of the night because they lost.
So wait, so you're trying to make it in? Does the roll of the die matter?
No, not even solo cups. They were those plastic white ones, and the roll does count. You got to call it in the air or something. It's got to go at least above your head or higher. So if you throw a die on a piece of wood, 9 times out of 10, it's going off the piece of wood the way it bounces because you're throwing it so high. Or you try to get it in the corner of that cup, I guess. Bounce it or make it in. I have no clue. It's not a fun game. It's stupid. And you can kick it, if it rolls off, you can kick it with your foot and the other person can kick it and then catch it or something. Or if it bounces off the table, you can catch it and then that's not a point. It's complicated and stupid.
I'm just trying to why? What does it have to be dice for?
Because then you call the number. So so you throw it up in the air and then you call a number, and if it lands on that number, then you get 2 points or something. Oh. If it stays on the board, which
wait, why are you usually not? And you're getting points
yeah, there's points.
Isn't the point of drinking games is to drink, not to
Well, also
score?
It's a little bit of skill and as easy as possible because you're playing while drunk. This game's not that.
No, I'll stick with my flip cup.
Yeah, flip cup's fine. Super easy. You can be wasted, and you can it'll be hilarious watching that person try to flip the cup over. This game's just too complicated and way too much luck.
Yeah, And it really, anything can be a drinking game. It's
Yeah.
just what do you want to do? What do you want to spend your time coming up with?
Yeah, I don't know. Top games are shuffleboard, beanbags, clackers, which is like at the
like
club.
the balls on the rope.
No, it's like put $1 in, and it's like this little square board, and 1 through 9, you roll dice in it, and you have to get one of the numbers and knock them down. Bet $1. Now that I'm thinking about it, I
never played
forget,
that
but
one.
it's really
Yeah.
fun.
I'll have to look for it. That's one that's beyond.
I'm not good at counting. And
Usually
I can do that
on,
one.
drinking
1 through
games.
9.
Yeah. Well, what do we play? We play Kings, and then you love playing 3-man.
Yeah, 3-man is great because you just get bombed.
Yeah.
That's
What's
a
the
dice
3-man?
game.
Oh, all right.
So you like
You got to hit the cup or something. in the
no.
middle?
So you just roll dice, and if you roll an 11, the person to your left drinks. If you roll a 7, the person to your right drinks.
Yep.
If you roll a 10, everybody drinks. And you want to roll 5 times in a row where somebody drinks. Like if you roll the dice and it comes up as like 4, then nobody drinks. Like there's no rule for that, so it just goes to the next person. If
Yeah.
you get 5 good rolls in a row, then you get to make a rule. And if you roll a 3, like a 1 and a 2, then you are the 3-man. So every time a 3 gets rolled that's not a 1 and a 2, you have to drink. So really, like, if you roll a 1 and a 2 and then nobody rolls a 1 and a 2 for the rest of the game, like, you're just drinking every time a 3 comes up and you get blasted.
Yeah. Or sloppy dice.
Yeah,
Roll
well, if
sloppy
you roll
dice.
the dice and you throw them off the edge of the table, that's automatic 3-man.
So I like the only dice game we would play was 7-Eleven or doubles. That game's fun because you just have a shot glass and you just fill it with beer. And then, like, so you roll 7-Eleven or doubles and then you pick somebody to drink. Just a shot, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it's pretty fun because you can just make that person do a shot. It's like, all right, now you've drank a whole beer in, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That game's fun.
Yeah, well, that was the point of, like, I always thought drinking games was to get drunk, where people are like, no, wait, like, we're playing beer pong and we're undefeated. I'm like, yeah, so how many beers have you drank tonight?
Because that's the whole thing that's supposed to even out. Like, all right, you could be the best guy at beer pong, but if you're drinking, you're playing all night, then you'll eventually lose the slot.
Yes.
But then, like, Short Bus, your
Oh,
friend
yeah.
Royal loves to play. Oh, my God, I hate that game.
Yeah, that's another one that's...
Another game that gets you fucked up.
And, well, it gets one person drunk, and that's really, like... So if the 3 of us are playing, we can conspire against Brittany to be like, we'll make sure she's the loser of the game and has to drink. Like, you can just... And then, like, you go through and you do that, so then you play again, so Brittany's all pissed off, and it's like, all right, well, now she's working with you to be like, yo, fuck Kev, like, we're making him ride the short bus. Like, he has to get drunk.
And the thing about those card games and those dice games, like, it's got to be like a party of like 4 or 5 because you can't have all these distractions and people leaving and stuff. Like, all right, we're going to drink beer or whatever you're drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty immaturely to get wasted.
Well, now I'm almost 32 and I'm just learning that you can have a beer without the, end result being hammered.
What? I'm 36. I haven't learned that yet.
It's like you can enjoy just a beer? Huh.
Yeah, hangovers are like 2 days now instead of just that morning.
Yeah, this morning was a little rough.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner, like bar food, like wing spot by us. Got wings, had beers, and then we're leaving, and like, oh well, we know the bar down the street, like our friends hang out at. Let's just go there, see if anybody's there, and they weren't. But we're at this other bar and we're drinking again. So
What bar is that?
that was Jersey's.
Oh yeah.
Jerseys. Yeah, the one before that was Union Jacks.
Union Jacks, which if you're in, there's one in Glenside, there's one in Manayunk.
That's soccer.
Well, it's just the Union Jack is like the British flag. Like,
Yeah, cool. I don't drink at those spots. I'm American.
oh, you're missing out on good food.
Yeah.
What, fish and chips?
No, the wings at Union Jacks are phenomenal.
They're very good.
All right, I will stop in there for that.
Yeah, but I got the hot southern barbecue, or not barbecue, like hot southern, whatever kind of glaze on it. It was fantastic.
I stick with my mild.
Yeah, I know you will.
Yeah.
Who else calling me? Oh, Matt.
Denied.
No, I'll just call him back later. But
Speaking of Hoyle.
yeah, that's gonna be to go drink tonight.
Oh,
Which,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too.
What else do you do on a Saturday night?
Nothing at this age. I mean, like, to go out is like, all right, we're going out this weekend. But normally it's just like, hop on Call of Duty Warzone, like, oh, you guys are fucking losers for being on here. And then you're at the exact same spot.
Yeah, but sometimes it's fun to get wasted and then hop on, play video games. Because, like, I don't normally, like, I'm not good at video games. I just enjoy playing them. But I don't talk shit until I'm, like, drunk and really not good. But I'm gonna talk shit.
And is that when he has the door closed, you're like, shut up, Kev.
Yeah.
You're talking to 12-year-olds.
Yeah, dude. Is there anything better than hearing a child get yelled at, like, via Xbox?
By their mom.
No, it's pretty great.
I told you to turn that off. Dinner's ready 5 minutes ago. And you can't, you gotta pause it. I can't pause it, Dad. It's like, oh man, this kid's about to get beat. Like,
No, what was like? You told my brothers like, if you would have played like these games at like 04,
yeah, well, they're like
you would have gotten.
They're like 13
destroyed.
and 15, and this was a couple of years ago where they were talking about like playing Xbox, and I was like, oh, well, you guys don't understand. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, well, when you talk to people on Xbox, who are you talking to? And they're like, oh, like my friends from school or our cousins. I was like, so only people you know. They're like, yeah. I was like, why would you talk to other people? I was like, because that's what you had to do. Like, if you were talking, you had to talk to everybody back in the day.
Yeah, when I was 300 in the world.
Oh, yeah, Mr. 300, here he goes.
You'd be playing all night, and you'd go through all the countries, and pretty soon they'd be starting talking Korean, and you're like, oh, I guess it's 5 in the morning. You make it through the French and all that. It was great.
And that's when you started losing, huh?
Oh, no, because I was 300. They're really good at computer games. But Call of Duty in 06, was it 07 maybe? Whatever year that was, Stan Bear Pig out there. Watch out.
Look out.
I'm sure the people remember.
I'm sure. Did you have a story for us?
Yeah. So it's
When does he not have a story?
So I got a question for you.
That's a real question.
Has Tina ever like fat shamed you to your face?
What?
Being fat? No, not really.
Oh.
She's always like been like, well, I got with you when you were like heavy, so I like that. Like, okay,
good for you. Because
Shut up.
we went to breakfast this morning.
Oh my god.
And we ate breakfast. It was fine. Then we ran out. We were at like Home Depot and picking some stuff up. And we went to Dunkin' Donuts. And Brittany's like, what do you want? I was like, I want iced tea. She's getting the iced coffee. I was like, and get me a donut. And she goes, really? Like, we just ate at breakfast. Like, well, we didn't eat donuts at breakfast. I want a donut. So we go, and she orders it on the app. We go to the drive-thru. We pull around. They hand us the iced tea and the iced coffee, and then they go, that's pretty slow. Like, do you want a donut? I was like, yes, I do want a donut. And then so she's like, oh, okay, what do you want? And so I tell her what the donut I wanted. She hands it to me. And I was like, wasn't that on the order? And she goes, no, it wasn't part of the order.
Well, number one, I did like forget in that 1 second, and then I was like, oh yeah.
She purposely was like, oh no, this fat ass doesn't need a donut. Like, he just ate breakfast.
You had like what, home fries with like eggs and like all this other crap on top of it, and then you had biscuit and gravy, and then you had another side of like bacon.
Well, if you're going out for breakfast, you can't make all that stuff at home.
I'm getting breakfast. Like, this is not new news. Like, I know
it's not new news, but I'm just like, you want a donut?
And you're hungover, so it's even better.
Yeah, they did. First Watch didn't have donuts.
Well, now we gotta tell First Watch. Have donuts.
Yeah, go run out to Dunkin' Donuts and get me a donut, because my wife won't.
So that's the story. All right, hilarious. She's just looking out for you.
I guess.
Listen, just healthy choices. That's all.
Small steps.
Yeah. Can't go big.
Whatever. I got my donut.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
Boston cream?
No, chocolate frosted with sprinkles.
I do like Boston cream though.
If you're going to get a donut, you got to get cream filling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Yeah. I like jelly filled ones. I like any donut
gross.
to be. How's that gross?
Jelly. The only thing worse than a jelly filled is the the old fashioned that doesn't have any like icing on it.
Nothing.
Well, yeah.
And it's just
That's
a
like
shitty bagel.
I feel like
It's always the
that's
last one left. You're like, yeah, nobody's gonna eat that.
Oh, and how about for where are we going? We did brunch at my dad's house, and they said pick up a box of donuts for my nieces. And we go to get the donuts, and she goes, "I'll just put an assortment in there." Like, you don't get a dozen donuts without going, I want 3 chocolate, I want 3 Boston cream. Like, you pick what you... So now we get 12 different donuts. Like, 6 of them are ones that they're like, we're putting these in here because nobody orders these.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, again, I ordered through the app.
Yeah, well,
You gotta get my points.
You can pick
you can
through
still
it.
pick.
Yeah. Because I ordered them
could.
for everybody at work the other day.
Well, that's true. I can still pick.
It was
but...
like 6 Boston creams because they're they're gonna get taken immediately.
Yeah.
And then that single nasty ass donut's gonna be sitting there. You're gonna throw it away.
It's true. I would have tried it though, but there was so much
But
other
you
stuff at
didn't.
brunch.
Yeah, well, we had pancakes and
Yeah, pancakes are
eggs and
filling.
home fry everything. Yeah, it was good. It was a good brunch.
Nice.
Yeah,
And it was at the old man's house, so we got to go see ya and you clean up.
yeah.
That's the best.
Going over.
Hmm?
I said going over parents' house for dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
Free dinner.
And you get along with her parents?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know.
No,
You like hesitate.
no, we definitely get along. It's just that, like, sometimes I'd like to spend a Friday night not at your parents' house. I feel like it's
Yeah.
every weekend. It's like, hey, we're going over to my parents
We
for
didn't
dinner.
last night.
Well, not like, well, we went out with my dad, so
Well, that's the problem. If you get like with a good girl that has a good relationship with her parents, she wants to hang out with them and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Tell me about it.
I don't know. Well, we only live like 10 minutes from my mom.
I
Like
don't know,
3 minutes from my sister.
We only live like 10 minutes from my dad. We don't see him that
Yeah.
often by design.
Well, that's because you don't want to get yelled at.
That's true. Yeah. But like, yeah, I got younger siblings, so
Yeah, I get it.
fine, don't have to come.
It's
Fine,
not
I won't
weird.
invite you next time. How about that?
It's not weird like those clips of that religious family where like the old. Did you ever see those? I don't know what reality TV show it is.
19 kids and counting.
Oh,
the weird,
yeah,
like
that
the one
one?
where
No,
the,
not
where
those creepy
where the
molesters.
brother fucked the,
Yeah,
the
no,
sisters.
no. The other
Yeah,
creepy
no.
family. They're like
You got to be more specific about which creepy reality family.
they're like 4 or 5 kids, and like the oldest one, like they're like super ultra conservative, no TVs in the house, and like he gets a girlfriend and like moves out on his own, and then like they're seeing the world and they're coming back and telling the little siblings like, "Hey, the world's big," and the parents are like, "Oh, you can't really come around anymore because you
Wasn't that like what the like Quakers do, or like?
it's similar. They
The
look
Amish.
like they look fairly
Yeah, Amish
normal,
people.
but like they're just like ultra religious, and I don't know. I just watch clips of it, and then wow, these people are fucking weirdos,
Yeah.
and they're getting paid to be weird. So now they can keep their kids even more sheltered, so they don't have to go out into the world.
Oh, you got to get that reality TV money.
Yeah.
Everybody likes watching freaks.
Those 2 fat sisters, they're hilarious.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
Their foreheads are so fat.
Oh my god.
it's like their eye sockets. How do you get fat in your eye
Oh
socket?
my gosh.
The human body's amazing.
Can barely see their eyeballs.
So without going into HIPAA stories, what do you have for us? What kind of weird shit are people shoving up their asses?
Well, I haven't seen too much of that.
She had to work on 4th of July,
Yeah.
but nobody came in
Ooh.
with
I
hands
was gonna
blown up.
say.
Well, so as I was leaving work, my charge nurse was like, "Oh, you're missing one." I'm like, "Missing what?" And she's like, some guy's coming in, like holding a firework in his hand, like blew up." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Man,
Wanted
what a
to
way
see
to
that.
lose your hand. You can't play video games anymore. Hopefully it's the hand you don't use.
Well,
You'll learn quick if if you got to jerk off, lefty. You're
I would
gonna learn.
assume, yeah.
the surgeons were already done, like in the trauma bay, so hopefully they put it back together. What's left of it?
I don't know, I think that's the best advertisement,
That
to
or you're
not
just
play
like
with
a
fireworks.
rad dude all the time.
Yeah. But showing like pictures of mangled hands, like just show that to people more.
Yeah.
Because it's all fun and games until that happens.
Alcohol and fireworks.
Yeah.
Well, that's like we like setting off fireworks with like your cousin and your brothers and stuff, but
Yeah.
every time it's like, yo, light that and run. Like, do not be around that when
Right.
it goes off.
Yeah.
Well, they don't really do like holding fire. Like they don't hold it and throw it. Like
More like
those,
the
more like the
rocket ones.
Yeah,
yeah,
like tubes and
Yeah.
like where you get like a punk and like you burn it that way. But
I've never been a huge fire. Like we always used to get the quarter sticks or the M80s. Like
yeah.
never really.
Yeah.
You don't like watching shit blow up?
Oh,
my grandpa loved the M80. So like he used to throw like an M80 like every hour on 4th of July. Like, oh, I guess
Really?
it's
he's
2
that guy.
p.m. Like, yeah, we'll throw it in like the neighbor's yard. Like the neighbors didn't even like come out or anything. He would just like throw in like their backyard.
Jeez, dick.
Oh my god.
And awesome.
Yeah.
What if those dogs had PTSD? Or like everybody
Yeah.
says their dogs are scared and shit. Like, well, it's once a year and you know it's coming, so
Right.
get them some Xanax
It's
or
not
whatever.
even that. Like they.
Oh, get better dogs. Like Winston, it does like he was like hanging out with us as fireworks were like popping off like right there.
Yeah. Well, that's because we, exposed him like when he was younger.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, you're
Well,
alright.
and he's like hunting stock or whatever. Like he's ready for gunshots.
True.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think your parents' dogs are.
Yeah, well, that's I don't know.
Oh, my Coda is
Yeah,
like
the-
terrible.
The little dog is what I mean. That thing just doesn't shut up anyway. But the big dog was fine with fireworks until they left him by himself on a 4th of July, and like
Well, how's
he was
Autumn
all
with them?
scared.
She's fine. No
Yeah.
big deal. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I feel like it's if you freak out, the dog
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
freaks out, or
Yeah.
like you're like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
Yeah.
They just act normal, and I think most of the time
I
they
think
probably act normal.
And you probably could do that with little kids too, just like so that they're not freaking out.
Or you send them to their fucking room and you tell them shut up. This is once a year.
What, you go outside and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't like looking at fireworks?
I feel like fireworks starts like what Memorial Day and then through
Yeah, like
the whole
all
month of June.
all summer.
Well, in
Yeah.
Lower Province, apparently it's every day because that's all that's on the Facebook page. Who's setting off fireworks? Why are you setting off fireworks? And then the rebuttals of like, I don't know who could be doing it. I'm gonna do it later.
Oh, you tell them about fireworks 2 years ago.
Oh my God, you can tell this story because you're a better storyteller than I am.
Oh, we're at your parents' house and setting off fireworks.
Well, I mean,
like,
being on a podcast with him, he's not. Go
Yeah.
on.
wow. Okay, I mean, I'll just shut the fuck up.
Nah,
then.
just kidding.
Danny,
Go
what's-
ahead, go ahead.
on. You got a story.
I'm
huh,
not a great
Stan?
storyteller.
No, I'm not either. So
Usually the third person's the talent.
Ouch.
that's you.
Ouch. No, that would be you.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, we're just like they're setting off like different stuff all day, like, and then it gets to 9 o'clock or when it gets dark to
Yeah.
start setting off fireworks, and the neighbors like across the street from your parents' house complained. They're like, we got
Yeah.
little kids. And I was like, okay, like there's a shit ton of little kids running around out here. Like,
Yeah.
yo, bring
Dominic was only like 10 months old
it's
and
like-
he was sleeping through the whole
like,
thing.
bring out the kids and enjoy the fireworks show that's happening.
Yeah.
Like, who cares if it's past their bedtime? It's 4th of July.
Right.
But then, so they were complaining, and I think your cousin who was setting them off, like, got insulted somehow, and
Well-
like
Yeah.
the girl said something, and then Brittany was like, "Oh, fuck this bitch!" and,
I was
Oh.
drunk.
Yeah.
I was
Violent drinker.
I
all right.
was drunk.
You got-
I'm not.
you got into that
violent.
lady's face. It was pretty
Whatever.
awesome.
She can just suck it. I don't know. Like whatever. But
But you know that's never going to end well, like complaining.
Right.
Like, to
Oh.
drunk people, nonetheless.
I know.
so then it's like-
everybody was drunk. Hold on.
Yeah, but well, it wasn't just you; it was all of us. But so then it was like, all right, well, we're not going to stop doing fireworks now.
Right.
So we kept going. They called the cops. So the cops show up and we're like, hey, like I know they're all like they're legal to buy, but you're supposed to be 100 feet from the street, 100 feet from
Yeah.
a building. So like technically, you can't be doing this here.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, fine. Like so then the cops leave. And it was like 15 minutes later, it was like, yo, fuck them people, like setting
My
off
dad,
fireworks.
he was like, "Fuck them."
So then they
I'm
call the cops again, and the cops are like, well, it's 10:45 now, or actually, he said it was 11. The cops said it was 11 o'clock. I was like, actually, it's 10:45. Like, we got 15 minutes more time of, like, making noise. And so then it was, like, a whole to-do, and, like, everybody's out in the street. And so then the cops leave. It's, like, 11 o'clock, and, like, a half hour later, your dad's like, just do one more. Like,
Oh my god! And yeah, what one did he pick? Yeah, like the one that's like 100 shot of fireworks to just piss these people off down the street. And that made so much noise. And then I think the cops probably came back
No,
again.
they only came back to 2 times. But
Yeah.
it was just like...
Of course you're going to do it. And then
Well,
also to top it off, 2 o'clock in the morning.
They talked to... they like said something to the neighbors and we're like, all right, we're gonna do just one more. Like this will be the last one. Like no more bullshit. But it wasn't just like a one. It was
wasn't
like
one.
It was
Yeah.
like the box
The
that
5
shoots
minute
100.
one.
Yeah, it was like, 100 shot firework one. Oh my god.
And that's what any reasonable person would do in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Don't
Fine.
complain.
it's for like complain if we go home and do that tonight. By all means, complain. It's the 4th of July.
Yeah. I know. And like they were just like, oh, like why don't you go, like, because we were just saying like these people like how many blocks over are doing fireworks too, like you're gonna go over and yell at them and blah blah blah, like
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
Trying to reason with her, huh?
Tried.
Just utter ridiculousness.
Yeah, it was. But that's what you get around us.
Awesome.
Well, the funny part, like your dad and Amy were there too,
Yeah, they were just
and they
like,
were just like sitting
they
watching
were,
the
they
whole
were the
thing.
guests, just like, wow, we don't have to get involved. We're just
Yeah.
enjoying the
The drama.
the almost fight in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
How was the mountains?
That was awesome. The weather was beautiful. It was
Did you go with them?
yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my grandparents' mountain house.
Oh, all
like
right.
way up north, Pennsylvania, Potter County, up there.
Like 3 hours?
It was like
4
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
The 4-hour drive.
but it was beautiful. It was like during the day it was sunny and 80, and then we get chilly at night.
Yeah.
So you throw a sweatshirt on, sit by the fire, get blasted.
Yeah.
It was like drinking Miller Lite. Like you drink a half a case of beer because you start at noon, and
Yeah.
you just, the one day we're hanging around the fire, and we're like, "What time is it?" I was like, "Oh, it's 2:30. Like, I guess we should get in bed."
We gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I used to be invited to the mountains houses. That was awesome.
It's always fun, especially because like, oh, look at that tree that's dead. Like, grab a chainsaw. Let's go cut that thing down.
Yeah. Winston always has a good time.
Yeah, well, there's the pond up there that he just like looks at you and then looks at the pond and looks back at you. I was like, oh, gee, I'll go get the ball and throw it in there. Like, jeez.
Nice. Nothing crazy happened up there? Just drinking and cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, did you make your thing? Didn't you say you were going to make a brisket?
Oh, yeah. I did brisket for the 4th,
Yeah.
which I have, like, I was going to put up pictures on, like, do Instagram story for it, because I have all the pictures of, like, getting it ready of, like, here I trimmed it, and then I put the rub on it, and I put it in the brine, and here it's ready to go in. I have pictures of all of that, but then I smoked it, took it out of the smoker, wrapped it up, took it over to the party, and started eating it, and was like,
So you don't have the final product?
yeah, so I'm like, I was mid bite of brisket sandwich going, fuck, like, I didn't take a picture.
That is our biggest problem. Not taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunts always have something to say about it.
What?
Like, take pictures of your dinner. Let's see.
Well, that's what your whole family, like, in that group chat is weird. It's like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, and like everybody's sending pictures of their plates that they're eating for dinner.
it's like
why?
Instagram for our family, like this group chat.
It's not bad. Especially if it's just for you guys. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
cool.
It's not bad when you're
It's
not
a
part
close,
of the.
loving family.
Yeah.
Jeez, Kev.
He wants no parts.
Do we really need a picture of the chicken fingers you're eating tonight?
He wants no part of that conversation ever.
Oh, Kev loves group
Group
texts.
chats, yeah. He loves them.
Worst. Just call me.
No.
No, because then you gotta talk to other people in the group chat.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody who's involved has to know.
Apparently.
Do you have crazy family group chats?
No. I don't talk to my family.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. Yeah, man. If I need something fixed, I'll hit up my brother.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What does your brother do?
He's like does like he does like a lot of stuff. I guess you could call it construction, but drywall. He does gutters. He got this gutter machine. He makes gutters
Oh,
Yeah, so
nice.
we have to make a promo for him. If I can remember the name of it.
Like an ad read?
Yeah, we'll do an ad read for my brother.
All right.
Maybe we'll hire him for.
Yeah, when we're ready to drywall that downstairs room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. There you go, Greg. Got you some business. Yeah, but he's got like this whole expensive. I didn't know what it takes to make a gutter, but you buy the aluminum or whatever and just run it through this machine.
Yeah,
and
you
then
just
boom,
buy like
gutter.
flat pieces of
Yeah.
aluminum. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, but he does a lot of stuff. Any home improvement projects, stuff like that.
Man of many trades.
Yeah, like him and my dad came in here and re-drywalled all this because it was all mold behind it. So took off the first 4 feet and they re-drywalled it all.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it.
Oh, okay. I got it's
Go ahead.
you can if you want to mess with Tina, because I do this to Brittany all the time.
Oh God.
Is when now I'm trying to think to how to
The best way.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious now.
You gotta tell trying to think of how to say to get it out. Words aren't working right now.
All right. So you mess
Oh,
with Brittany.
so here it is. When I do it, because Brittany will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go run out and get my nails done," and I'll say, "Oh yeah, that's fine. You can do that." And she's like, "I'm
my
not."
God. It drives me nuts.
She's like, "I'm not asking for permission."
Like I'm telling you.
And I go, "No, it's fine. I'm already giving you permission. You can."
God, it's so annoying.
See, now that's hilarious because I do the same thing, except for I say, "Did I sign your permission slip?" Because I didn't get that. That didn't come across my desk. I didn't. I don't think I initialed it.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
are we good? Like,
drives me
can
up
you
a
go
wall.
there? I'm the same thing. I'm not asking. I was just telling. Well, I mean, you're kind of asking permission, really.
Well, that's you just ask like they're asking, and
Yep.
she's not a fan of it.
Oh,
my
it's
God.
hilarious.
It's so annoying.
Or when they're talking to you, you just say, "Oh yeah, that's crazy." you don't care what I'm saying. No. I mean, it's just crazy.
Just a response over
Oh,
and over.
like when men and women are so different. It's just like they want to tell you all about your day, and you just want to shut the fuck up.
That's what the guy I play hockey with gets there and he's like, "Oh my God, the 20-minute ride in, I was on the phone with my wife and she was complaining about work or something the whole time." And I was like, and so he's
But-
absorbing all of it, and I was just like, you can't just turn the listening part off, you don't have that switch figured out yet.
Yeah, it's more like we have to talk about it. Like we're way more expressive than.
Yeah, no,
and we get that. We get
It's fine.
it, but
It's more like a therapy.
No,
There's-
Like I need to tell you this
but really, it's for
because
you
I can't
to tell.
hold it inside.
It's for you to tell me. It's not for me to come up with any kind of response.
solutions because they're not looking for solutions. Cause
No, not
they,
really.
they just want to tell you about it,
right.
and it's like, wow, I'm dealing with all this shit in the back of my head of important stuff, and I'm trying not to snap on your stupid shit,
Oh my God.
and that's why guys kill themselves.
Oh my God.
I know. I saw the bunny in the front yard. It was cute.
Yeah. Oh, that house. Yes, I would love to be able to afford that $500,000 house. I think about it all the time. Every time I drive past that house. And this is the 5th time you've mentioned it. Cool. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Whatever.
Love you.
Yeah, we love them. We do. We really do.
I know. What would you do without us, though? That's
Oh man.
Well, we'd be fucking getting bombed, playing freaking beanbags all day, every day,
The shit
smoking
that,
stuff.
bothers me. It's like you open something and you'll finish it, but you don't throw it out, and the trash can's a step and a half away from where you were standing and eating it, or whatever, or the dishes. The dishwasher's empty. You can put dirty dishes in it.
Yeah, but when you
No,
married
you put it in the sink.
when you married a maid, why do you have to do that?
Oh my God! Here we go.
See, and the dishes in the sink is because you have to rinse. You're basically the dishwasher.
Okay, well our dishwasher sucks.
Yeah,
but
so the dishwasher isn't to clean dishes; it's to disinfect dishes. You should be everything should be cleaned in the sink first, and then you put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm telling
so
you.
I'm putting the stuff in the sink.
To soak.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it's like spoons or like bowls, like shit that doesn't really need to be like rinsed off. And just throw it in there.
I hate the dishwasher. I'd rather you just like either just let them sit in there so they can soak, and then we'll do them, or just do them.
Yeah.
No, I can't. No, I don't have time for that.
Like
every
it's a
dish.
whole process of waiting like a half hour for the dishwasher to run through. You could literally just do those, dry them yourselves, and put them away in 10 minutes.
I mean, I'll wash whatever. Like I'll wash my water bottle or whatever. Like, because I'm gonna use that in like within a second.
Yeah.
But like other shit, like nah, this can go in. This can go in the dishwasher.
I just fill up the dishwasher or fill up the sink with dirty dishes. Then you go, oh, now we have to do something with this because the sink's full. And then
You put it in the dishwasher.
I go to work and I come home and
It's
then
done
Oh
magically.
my god. Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome.
It drives me up a wall.
You're welcome.
Mhm. Yeah. No, the whole trash thing, I'm just like, it's literally right there. Just throw it out. That's all you have to do. It's just push the pedal down and it opens and then you throw it in there. Nope, you'll just leave it on the counter.
I don't know. I'll tell you, like this is the
I'm
same.
such an asshole. Ugh.
No, our house would be a mess if I wasn't there. That's for sure.
I wouldn't be using dishes.
You'd be using all paper
plates.
products.
Yeah, for sure.
All paper products.
I don't know. It's funny, like, I forgot to tell you, but Mr. Shabazz came over, and he was just like, he's on the edge. He's probably about to do the podcast with us. So we're bullshitting in here, and it was just like the same exact problems of like, yeah, you know, we got in a fight the other day. It's like, but it's just the same shit we're all going through. It's like, yeah, they're mad about this one thing, but really it was about this other thing. And like, I already told her 1,000,000 times, like, man, are we all going through the same shit? It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's
What every comedian jokes about, like, is so true.
Yeah.
universal.
And I'm sure, like, when you get together with your friends, you're saying the same shit about us, and it's just like
yeah.
crazy.
You talk about me to your friends?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What else do you think we talk about?
How much you love that mullet?
I love.
He said you did say it looks all right.
No, what did I say? I said I hate how good it looks.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now he can pull it off. And not gonna lie, but I'm just wondering when it's gonna end.
Just saying mullet. My husband has a mullet is a little embarrassing.
All my friends are like, "Oh my god! I mean, that's pretty sick. That's a sick mullet." And I'm like,
hell yeah.
"Yeah, it is. It
Looks
is.
good.
I know. I'm aware."
Super awesome in the mountains, drinking beer
Oh,
by
he
fire.
fit right
Oh,
in.
yeah. Cut some sleeves off a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Throw some stunner
Sun's
shades
out,
on.
guns out. Yeah. He fit right in there.
Awesome.
If only we had neighbors up there to see how cool I look.
To throw fireworks at.
Yeah, right. No, I think we had to stop in town like a couple of times, and like my dad would walk into a bar and I would be like looking at him like, "You're not from around here."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the one time we ran out of beer and like the closest bar to get beer at was like 20 minutes away. So
Yeah.
me and your cousin go over there. It was like a scene from a movie. Like open the doors, like
Yeah.
record scratch, everything stops, and like slowly walk up to the bar. We're like, hey, we're just here to get some 12 packs, and like the guy sitting there drinking a beer is like, all right, dude, we're not like LCB. Like we just want the beer and we're gonna leave.
That's right. Hide your
Yeah.
cousins. We're here.
yeah.
I want some work stories. You got any work stories?
Oh. Let's see.
Use names and like
Yeah, violate HIPAA. Yeah. I can't even remember patients' names.
How's work going now? Is everything a lot better? Because last time we talked was probably the end of towards the end of the
towards the
pandemic.
end of however many waves of COVID. It's all right. I mean, it's still busy. I mean, it's just There's
like,
some COVID, like people who have no symptoms are like coming up positive, and they're like, "Oh shit, I have it." And you're like, "Yeah."
what's your take on like? So I don't know. I've had like 4 people I know go to the ERs for like various things, like from a dog bite to like a hernia, and they're like, "Yeah, we were waiting there hours because they're closing down so many hospitals."
Yeah. So that and like we're so short staffed. Still, and like they're still trying to like accommodate. They're just putting more shit on the nurses because we're so short staffed, and like they're trying to accommodate like what whatever business like cutting costs somewhere, and then like put more on other people or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean the waiting room, we've probably had like 50, maybe even like close to 60 people waiting in the waiting room, and they'll wait for like there's people who wait for like 36 hours in the waiting room just to be seen.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And it's the ER, right? Like
it's the ER,
the emergency.
Which really means that they're waiting for something that's not that bad.
Well,
because it's all
right.
priority
So
based.
yes, it is. Like we triage people. Like that's the system. It's called like triage. Like, and we based on like what their vital signs are, what their condition is, what their symptoms are. Like you're kind of like, I mean, this
Like you're
person...
bleeding all over, but really you'll be fine.
Nah, you usually go back.
The life hack is when you go in, say you're having trouble breathing. That gets you to the front of the
That's
line.
Well,
the
yeah.
line.
I mean, sometimes like chest pain, trouble breathing.
But sir, you have a dog bite. I just can't breathe right.
Yeah. I don't know. I was hyperventilating out there.
Yeah, dog bites are kind of on the low
Jeez.
totem pole.
What about the infections? You gotta get that stuff cleaned out.
Yeah, you can, but I mean, like,
They
it's
get
not as
gangrene
urgent.
and you chop off their arm. Like, well, 36 hours in the ER. Sorry.
Yeah, 36 hours
Well, it's
later,
mostly,
you can get it
like,
cleaned out.
People who wait, like, for, like, stuff like that, like dog bites or something, like, will wait 36 hours and, like, they don't have insurances. And
All right.
so they can't go see a primary care doctor or, like, if they don't have a doctor or anything like that. So...
Isn't that what they always use as an excuse to not give everybody health care? They're like, well, you don't understand. Like, we're taking care of all these people at the ER that don't have insurance. Like, that's the excuse that they say to not give everybody health care. I don't
I don't know.
know. Yeah.
Because we're already paying for the people without insurance.
We're totally already
the
paying for
hospital is
it.
already covering for them. Like, they cover the cost of those people who don't have insurance or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
That's why we're shutting them all down.
And like Jesse Miller said, just don't pay your medical bills.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. No, but I think I had some. Oh, it was like just recently too. Like some guy came in for like a trauma. He was shot total of 14 times.
Damn, that's way more than 50 Cent.
Yeah. So like he like apparently the day before he came in, he like was shot 6 times, and then like when he came in, he was shot like 8 times before coming. I'm like, what the fuck? This
So I
guy
tried
has,
to
like-
finish the
So,
job.
so
Like-
6 bullet wounds, not that big of a deal. I'm not going to the ER.
But he was like totally fine. Like he was like talking and like whatever. I'm just
Now,
like,
what
the
caliber is
fuck?
this? Is it 22 or what?
I don't know.
Is it a
I had
BB
no
gun?
idea.
Yeah.
I had no
I know
idea.
you don't know. I got one lodged in my palm. It really
Damn.
stings.
Yeah.
That guy is he's living and can walk, I guess.
He must. Yeah. He was like.
Damn,
able,
that's a story.
Yeah. So he
We
was
should get
able
that
to
guy
like
on the podcast.
move and talk to us and everything because they said like a level 1 trauma, which is like the worst one. But like he comes in and we're like, he's like awake and talking to us. Like what the hell's going on? But he's been shot like a total of 14 times.
Damn.
Like what?
How mad do you got to make somebody where they shoot you 6 and then
And
the
come
next
back,
day they
come
get
back
back?
for 8.
You're
comes in.
still here? Could have swore I emptied the clip on you.
At this point, I think it's safe to say he's immune to bullets.
He's
He's got 9
unbreakable.
lives. Yeah. He's invincible or unbreakable. Yeah. Wherever you want to call it.
It's like if you want to be immune to like snake bites, like you got to start with like a little bit of venom,
Yeah.
and then you work your way up more and more and more, and eventually your body's like, oh, we know how to handle this. Like that's what that guy's doing with bullets.
Damn.
Yeah, right. But yeah, the firework thing, but I didn't get to see that. There was like some drunk and high guy on 4th of July that fell like a flight of steps, and he was like in and out. Like, oh, he probably has a head bleed. Like,
Jeez.
He was less conscious than the guy that got shot for it.
yeah, he was.
Damn.
What happened to you? I got shot a bunch. What happened to that guy? He fell down the stairs. What?
Yeah, just stuff like that. A lot of people are not able to see their doctor's offices, so like we get a lot of those people. Because if they have like, I guess, a fever or shortness of breath, chest pain, like COVID symptoms, are just like, go to the ER.
Yeah.
So that's
then you
why,
have to
like,
deal
that's
with all
another
that.
reason why we're filled. So it's just another day.
Well, thanks a lot, Biden.
Yeah. I think it's going back further than that.
Yeah, no kidding.
At least gas isn't $5 a gallon anymore.
Was it $4.50?
It was like $4.60 or something like that.
Yeah.
For
I gotta
the
get
time-
oil for the house. I'm holding out as long as possible.
I think my next car, I'm going to get a hybrid.
Well, you're not going to
Yeah.
need oil
Yeah.
for the next couple
Yeah.
months.
Well, and it just runs the hot water, so it's just like I'm just holding out,
Okay.
you know. It was like right above the E, like before I needed it. I was like, all right, winter's over, all right. And then it's like the price is going up, and it's like shit. Last time I paid $600, now it's going to be like $700 or $800.
Yeah.
So if I just wait for it to go down a few dollars, so expensive.
No, I'm definitely getting a hybrid for my next car.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
I think
probably
they
the
just
way we have
jacked
to go.
up all the prices of all those electric cars. They're like, all right, now's the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, everybody's buying them.
Right, because gas is ridiculous.
Hmm.
But I feel like, I don't know, like how much more years of gas do we have?
Infinite. There's a lot of dinosaurs.
Forever? This gas isn't going to go
I mean, they were
away.
big. They were like bigger than houses.
Plus, all the electric
Sure,
cars, like,
but-
how are you're charging it from your house, but, like, what is giving your house electricity? Usually, like, natural gas. So you're not eliminating fossil fuels. You're just, like, reorganizing the structure that you're getting it from.
And where are you going to put all those batteries with all that lithium ion? Well, we'll figure that out when the time comes. That's what they said exactly about like gas and coal. They're like, well, look, we're really fucking shit up right now, but the future us will figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
ozone layer is all fucked. Yeah.
Well, you don't hear anything about that. Like that's what I always say to people. Like when we were growing up in school, like well, I'm a little bit older than you guys, but like it was always the rainforest. They're cutting down the rainforest, and you're using aerosols, which is cutting the
Taking
ozone.
the
layer.
ozone.
Yeah.
And now they're like not a word, and I think they're probably doing even worse stuff to the Amazon, like killing the indigenous people and
Yeah.
like mowing their shit down, but it's just dead silence. Like
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
Putin shouldn't be in Ukraine.
I
Yeah.
guess. I mean,
Is that's still going on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be going
If
on
you watch
for
the
a
news.
Well,
long
I mean,
time.
the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, like,
that's over now.
took that off the news.
Yeah.
Like,
Meanwhile, we got like 24/7 coverage of like best audio and video quality ever, and then nothing on Ghislaine, like some drawings. Like, oh, so who
Yeah,
was on
but-
that list of pedophiles? Nothing. Dead silence.
Who doesn't want to hear about celebrities shitting in another celebrity's
Oh
bed?
my
Like,
God,
that's
that's
the story.
hilarious.
Celebrity, high-profile scientists and politicians, fucking kids, actors shitting in each other's bed.
Oh, well, there was it was a new Martyr Made where a guy was talking about like Epstein, but then he went in this whole tangent of like similar type of thing, but happening in Belgium, and like they arrested the guy, and the guy was like, "Hey, like I'll give up names of like the politicians and mayors and like the people in the Senate like that are fucking kids." And they're like, "Nah, you know what? This is not a big deal. Like, not high profile. Like, we don't need to get this out on the news." Like, and I forget what the guy's last name was, but it was like in like the early 2000s. Like this like incident with this guy, like whatever his last name, like 25% of the other people in Belgium with that last name are like, "Yo, we're changing our last name because we don't want to be associated with this
No
dude
shit.
who is like the link to all of these like politicians' fucking kids."
Maybe I didn't finish that episode. That was his newest episode.
Yeah,
That guy's fucking awesome. Martyr Made. I forget his name.
Dan something? No.
Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. His name is.
Chris something? I'm just throwing things out there.
It is something like that.
George?
He also has the podcast with Jocko.
Yeah.
Unraveling. But yeah, he's the man, and he likes and comments back when you like his stuff.
Yeah, you good dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's for the people.
He is, and he like that Epstein stuff, like, and her father being like going through the whole history of like their family and what they were doing, like taking it back to his podcast about the Israel and shit. You're like, oh shit, like that's why history is important, because it's all responsible for right now.
Yeah.
Like we never put those things together.
Yeah. Repeating itself, maybe.
Well, you're not allowed to. That's racist somehow.
I guess prejudice or something.
Yeah, you can't use facts to base your argument on anymore.
I guess.
That's stupid.
Progress.
My feelings are hurt.
Progress.
What
What do you got?
I'm surprised. I don't know if you're. So we watched the Terminal List
Oh yeah, Terminal
on
List?
Amazon. Did you watch it?
3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
He had already went to Mexico and tore that guy's intestine. How many episodes?
We finished
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we
he
finished
tore
it.
the intestines out.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was
Pretty
messed up.
satisfying.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it was. That's a cool series because first of all, Chris Pratt's the man. But secondly, like you're like, oh shit, did I just get invested in a whole episode and he's crazy? Like this sucks. And then you're like, okay, no, he does have a tumor, but they are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna be so mad if it was just him in a mental game, like shit. But it's pretty
Yeah. No, it was really good.
Whatever
Yeah,
they-
the whole intestine thing was pretty like messed up.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
was
ooh.
wild.
good.
Yeah, that scene happens. She turns to me and goes, "I just threw up my mouth a little bit."
Yeah. What? That's awesome. Don't you see that at work?
Yeah.
I don't think you see people with their intestines
well,
torn out.
Oh well, there. I have another story now.
I guess you do see people
See?
with their intestines torn out.
Like
well,
you
not
start thinking,
intestines per se, but somebody's brain.
Oh.
God damn.
Yeah, I see them sometimes on crazyshit.com.
You and your fucking crazy shit.
No, it was a guy like self-inflicted, like shot himself in the head.
Yeah.
I think the neighbors like heard the gunshot and called 911. And
Gun's fault, right?
yeah. So yeah, we were like trying to like save his life, you know, coding him, like trying to get him back, but like as
Against
we're
his
doing,
wishes, obviously.
well, we didn't know.
Yeah.
I think at that, like usually we treat everybody like if we don't know your status, like if you're a DNR, which is like do not resuscitate, we don't know until like somebody has like documented
So you
form.
bring them back, and then you're like, "Oh shit!"
Well,
Let
then
'em go.
at
Get
that
me the
point,
pillow.
no, we don't do that. We just like, but we just, you know, we assume everybody's a full code
Yeah.
when they come in, unless otherwise. But
That's the worst. You try to kill yourself, and they bring you back, but you're brain dead, so you're just in
well,
purgatory
that's the
forever.
thing. So we were doing it, and then like one of my like coworkers was like, "Oh my god, like his brain is coming out," like as we're doing compressions and shit. Like,
guys, I think this isn't good.
I was just like, "Oh god." She's like, "Yeah, I have like brain matter all over my gloves." Like,
Well, now that's a story.
yeah. But yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But yeah, intestines, like,
Yeah, that was too much for you. Yeah. I got this guy's
Make believe was harder than real life.
I got this guy's brains splattered all over me, but that scene in a TV show was
I think
too
I got
much.
some in my nail, like weird. Threw up from TV magic.
oh yeah.
It's a good show though.
It is a good
Yeah,
show.
it is.
And then what else did we watch? We watched something else.
Oh, the Bob's Burgers movie.
Oh yeah, Bob's Burgers movie.
I don't think it's that funny.
No?
I guess it's more of your side of like humor. Like you like Bob's Burgers,
Yeah,
right?
it's just, yeah, it's
Or do you like
goofy.
Archer?
Nah, I don't like that either.
No.
No. Maybe it's over my head. I don't
Stan
know.
doesn't like, he's too dumb. He doesn't get it.
That's funny that you say that because that's what I always say to my buddy when he doesn't get stuff. Like, oh, you just don't get it. Okay, cool. It's because it's really funny. You just don't get it. He doesn't like that. It's awesome.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, what the second season's gonna be like. Like, we know that he's got a tumor in his
So
head,
it's
and
like it's based off, like, I think that first season is the first book in that series, is that whole season. So there's up to, I think there's 5 books. So this
Oh.
season 2 would just be whatever is in the second book.
I guess like with the same guy, like they're not.
Yeah, it's all like the James Reese. Like, it's kind of like Jack
Jack
Ryan
Reacher.
and like Tom Clancy, like Tom Clancy books are all like about Jack Ryan somehow. So like,
Is it Jack Reacher or Ryan?
no,
Is
Jack,
that another
Jack
one?
Reacher is a different
Oh, all right.
one. Yeah,
That was a good series on
That's
whatever
on
it was.
Amazon, I think.
Yeah, that
Better-
was good.
Better
Did you
than
watch that?
the no.
Better
Be-
than the Tom Cruise
Tom
movies,
Cruise
yes.
movie.
Because, well, I don't know. I like, dude. Anytime one guy beats up 5 guys in the like at a bar, like because they thought they were badass, that's gonna be good all the time.
Yeah, but when it's Tom Cruise who's 5'7", you're
but
like,
you can't tell, man. You can't tell. You just like seeing people get justice. That's what every movie, TV show is about. Like, injustice and then justice served.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
true.
but
Keeps you hooked.
the ones that like I really like that I think are the best are like No Country for Old Men or
I've got one for you. then.
Inception, where you're like the ending. If
Oh,
the ending
yeah.
happens and you're just like, wait, no, that wasn't like that wasn't the happy ending. Like that's not what
Well,
I
that's how I
wanted
felt
out
about
of all of this.
Infinity War. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that was because there was always going to be a second part.
Well, yeah, but like, still, like,
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
bad-
read the comic, so I was just like,
the
they
bad guy-
Yeah, it's because
lost.
we're not nerds.
Yeah.
The bad guy wins.
It's like your buddy posts the comic books on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
What's his
Oh,
name?
Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
DiPolito. I watch them sometimes. Like, I'll sit there like, this is actually a really good idea. Like,
Oh yeah, he just puts up what
Yeah.
comic he's reading
Yeah, that's
with
pretty
whatever
cool.
like piece of musical art that he's
Yeah.
listening to at the same time. It's fun.
Yeah.
good idea.
Usually, like, jazz.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
pretty much always jazz.
Jazz is stupid, but the comic book stuff is cool. Oh shit. Oh, you know what's like that? That TV show that was on HBO. Each season was different. I didn't watch the second season, but the first one was with Woody Harrelson and Matthew
True
McConaughey.
Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, the second season was good. That's the one I really
That's the one
liked.
with Vince Vaughn.
Yes, dude. At the
Yeah.
end, that was fucking good.
I didn't see the second season.
No, I think we
Did we?
Yeah.
Is that with Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the chick cop, but she was raised in some weird.
I don't think I finished it.
We were watching it with your parents because your dad was all in on True Detective when it was coming
Yeah,
out.
but I think I only watched like the first episode, but I didn't follow through on it.
No?
No.
that
I mean,
one
you
leaves
probably
you
did.
hanging like all the scenario. Like,
Did they make a third season or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I heard it was really good as well.
Yeah. I also did.
Who was that with?
Allie.
I don't want to say Don Cheadle.
No, it's not. It's who's
Anthony Mackie?
Marshala Ali.
Yes,
Oh.
that's who it was. From the Green Book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, but either way, season 1 was really good,
Oh,
and then
I liked
season
season
2 was, I don't know, that was a great. Like my buddy, it's like you can't have Vince Vaughn play serious. He did a fucking great
he
job
killed
of
it,
playing
yeah.
serious, and then at the end, walking in the desert. Man, that was good.
That was The Little Things on HBO.
Oh, I still
movie?
haven't seen that.
Yeah, check that one out. Tino
That's
would
good?
like that. Yeah, it's Morgan Freeman and
Is it?
Yeah. No, not Morgan Freeman. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
You.
I'm like, what?
No, it's Denzel Washington and the guy that played Freddie Mercury in that
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
But they're like two cops trying to find the serial killer and like a whole thing, and it's the ending of that is just like, ooh, that was
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So I
Little
know
things,
like
alright.
no spoilers, but definitely give that a check out. It's good.
Alright. And then you guys obviously watched Stranger Things, right?
Nope.
We didn't
Really?
see the last season yet. No.
Like the whole thing, or just the second part?
Just
No, like
no,
the
haven't
whole
started
thing.
haven't
Oh,
started
okay.
season 4
Yeah.
at all yet.
You're like, nope, because everybody's watching it.
No, I just I don't know. Like I haven't.
No, that's what Kev is doing.
Well, oh yeah,
Well,
that's
I-
what he would say.
But we were like, oh, we should watch it, and then we went up the mountains, and then I was like, oh, let's check out this terminal list, and then I was
Yeah.
like, all right, we're into this, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
finish this now.
Well, we had to finish it, hurry up, because like everybody's posting all the shit about Stranger Things. So she's like, I don't want to see any spoilers. Like, all right, we'll bang it out real fast. 2 hours for that, which is fucking cool. It's a movie of a TV show, the way it should be.
The
If
last
something's good
episode or
enough.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have. My parents have been bugging me to watch it. I'm
Just
like,
watch it. Don't wait for me.
That's what I said.
might as well.
Whatever. There's they dropped a trailer for the new Lord of the Rings TV show. It's gonna be on Amazon.
It looks actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it does.
I'll watch that.
Oh, nerd
Fucking
stuff.
nerd.
Yeah, it's fucking super nerdy. Like, they brought back the elves and the dwarfs. Cool.
It's not that they're bringing them back. It's set in
They're
the
an integral
past.
part of the story.
So it's before they all left for,
Mordor.
no, well,
Oh.
before the Fellowship left for Mordor, but
The Shire.
man, that's a place. God damn it.
The towers?
There are 2 of them.
The Eye of Sauron.
Is a thing, yeah.
Whatever the volcano is. Name of it.
Mordor.
Is it Mordor?
don't
No,
know.
it has its own name. It might be
Come
Mount.
on, what is it? This is a quiz. This is a question.
know, right?
Quizzo.
It might be like Mount Mordor, but like Mordor is also the country.
Oh, okay.
The city? Country?
That's like a
State.
country.
Oh, nerd.
Oh, yeah. I married a nerd. That's
Yeah.
for sure. He was into, like, Pokemon and stuff. I was like, I was never into that shit when I was younger.
I think you guys are a
I
little
thought-
bit too old or younger. Like, that was huge when I was, like, in maybe middle school, and it was
What?
for, like, elementary kids.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was way into Pokemon. Like,
I thought
TV
people who
show?
were into Pokemon were nerds.
yeah, well.
And weirdos.
Yeah. Because they were.
You were.
I forget what it was, but it was this YouTuber that goes to places, and he's going to. There's this place in Alabama. It's like the most racist place in the world, or something. So like all these YouTubers are going to it, and he's a British like black dude, and he's going.
Oh,
there.
I think I've seen.
Did
that
you see
one,
that?
Yeah.
So he goes, and like the only thing in town that is open is a like Wizards of the Coast, like a
Oh, my God.
like a comic book store. And he walks in, and they're playing like it's people that look like me, and they're playing with Magic the Gathering. And so he sits down, befriends him and shit. It was pretty good. It was like that's hilarious. Like even like just in the middle of Bumblefuck, the most racist town in America, they're playing Magic the Gathering.
Nerds are everywhere,
Yeah.
man.
That was cool
Yeah.
because that game is kind of cool. Like the artwork is fucking really cool.
Oh, the cards are awesome. I
Yeah.
have no idea how to play.
It's super it's complicated. We played. I would really just steal packs from Wizards of the Coast and the Exton Mall, and like so I had all the best cards, and it's really just like these cards are just really cool. So I would go
Yeah.
Well,
kind of play.
Do you still have them? Because
No, I wish I did.
Because some of them are worth money. Like some of
Yeah.
the rare Magic cards, people will spend like $60 to get one card to like make their deck work.
I wish I did. I don't know what happened to them. I had a big brown bag, and it just had hundreds of cards that I had stolen and cool dice. I still got the cool dice.
Well, I had a bunch of Pokemon cards. We like got rid of them, but I have 3 that I was like, I'll keep these, and 2 of the 3 that I kept are Mewtwo cards that were the promo card when the Pokemon movie came out. They were like, here's a free Mewtwo card. And I was like, oh, this is going to be worth something one day. Like, as like a 10-year-old, I was like, I got to keep this because it's going to be worth money.
Yeah.
And so like I have 2 of them in perfect condition.
Mint.
Yeah, mint condition. And I didn't think that of the millions of other kids going to see the movie
also got the card
are
that
all
day.
getting that same card.
We just have to
like-
wait for them to all like to lose them or throw them away, and you'll be the last one.
Yeah, I remember getting Pokemon cards for like my birthday or Christmas. I'm like, what the fuck do I do with these? Like, I don't play Pokemon.
You
Like,
assemble a deck and you play.
and I gave them to like, hey nerds or weird kids, you want my cards? Because I don't fucking want them.
What were they? Where
hilarious.
you could get like a water deck or a fire deck? I was like,
I
playing
have no
grass.
idea. This
Were
is
you
all
the
going over
coolest
my
girl
head.
in school? Like a girl's talking to me and giving me Pokemon. Wow.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Mewtwo was like the coolest one. Like back before they started creating all these other things. I was like, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. Psychic
For nerds.
powers and
Yeah, for
You
nerds.
wish.
Tim gave Xavier like his old like book, like pages and pages of the cards. And then, like 2 months later, came back and grabbed all the Charizards. you can't just now that they're like you found out they're worth money, you're gonna come like renege on them. Like that's crazy.
Just
Oh.
all these cards.
You can have all the ones that aren't worth money.
Yeah, the shitty ones, the Jigglypuffs.
No. I give the cards to the kids and they're like, oh my god, you had this one? I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't know. Like, here you go. They're just gonna collect dust in my room somewhere.
I can't believe I married a bully.
I didn't bully them. I just gave them my cards.
She was a goddess. She's handing out Pokemon cards to these nerds.
Yeah, and probably shoving them in a locker after. She's like, "You want them? Here you go." Slam.
No, I was not like that.
Makes you think about like what's going to be worth money now. Like you watch all the nostalgia.
NFTs, dude.
Yeah, apparently.
Digital art.
I guess.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might have to replay this one day. Like, oh, look at this fucking idiot with a mullet and a mustache saying NFTs aren't going to be the most popular thing in the world.
They're like the NFT bubble is already like bursting.
Popped.
Like,
As soon as the economy went down, so did all the extravagant bullshit.
yeah,
with
well, that and they're finding out that the websites that you could buy NFTs on,
stealing all your money.
well, not that they were stealing, it's that the people that were putting together those websites were like, oh, on the main page, like that we're gonna have these like stupid turtles or whatever it is, like the art is, like we're gonna be putting these up tomorrow, so they would buy them that day when they're cheap and then put them on the main page of like the website that's selling them, and it's like because it's on the main page, people see it, so they buy it, so the price goes up. So they were like, the people running it were like scamming everybody anyway, so it was a whole scam from the beginning.
Yeah, like everything.
Yeah.
They did have some cool art, like when they would just make those cool bears. Like, oh, that's cool. I would never pay for this because could probably just get a really nice printer and print it out for a piece of art in your, what would you do with an NFT of a cool bear?
2 years ago, we were down visiting my mom and my brother, and we're watching WrestleMania.
Of course.
And they had it was the WrestleMania, it was like Undertaker NFTs, and it was like this thing, and then the one was for $100,000 you could buy, it was the moment in time when the Undertaker throws Mick Foley off the top of the Hell in the Cell, like through the Hell in the Cell down to the ring, and you're like, oh, I think he just fucking killed him. They were like, for $100,000 you can own that moment. And I was like,
why?
The moment, it's not like you can tell everyone that's but all of those clips of that are on YouTube, you can't watch it anymore because I own it.
Yeah.
No, you're just
what about the people doing that? I don't know.
No, they don't own that. WWE owned all the footage.
But also, once the footage is out there,
But
we're dumb. Well, I know we're dumb. Let me rephrase that. I know we're dumb, but the NFTs do not make any sense at all to me. Unless you're talking about the blockchains and you can save stuff in it and it gives you information. But besides that,
the way I saw it explained that kind of made sense to me was someone saying it's you pay all this money for the Mona Lisa. Sure, there's replicas of the Mona Lisa out there, but you have the original one, which is okay, that's cool when you have something
when it's
to
a physical thing.
Yeah, and it's this beautiful work of art. But you're just it's this digital image that the replica of it is exactly the same thing, and it doesn't there's no aging to it, there's no seeing the workman's craft in it.
Yeah.
It's just ones and zeros, it's all the same.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Oh. Yeah, another thing I never got into was wrestling until I met you, honey.
God, you love wrestling.
I don't love wrestling. You and Pat say that I love wrestling,
You're
and I'm
the
telling
biggest
you,
wrestling fan.
telling you, and
Sounds
telling everybody
like you're
else.
a big fan of wrestling. Who's your favorite wrestler?
No.
She's just denying it right now.
Who's your favorite
does
wrestler?
No,
love
I'm
wrestling.
telling everybody
John
here
Cena.
and people who are going to listen to the podcast,
Dun,
I
dun,
do
dun,
not
dun.
love wrestling.
John Cena.
So, did he tell you? So, when we were planning our wedding,
He wanted to do wrestling themes.
yes, he wanted to do wrestling
fucking nerd.
themed songs for when we're walking into our reception area, and I was like, absolutely
Dude,
not.
how great we come into Hulk Hogan's "I am a real American."
I actually
It would be
went
cool,
as
but
far.
Jesus.
I went as far as telling wrote on the the DJ was what list of songs you want to play or whatever, and I wrote on the do not side was no WWE songs because I'm sure Corey or Pat or Brandon or whoever would have been
Sorry, my friends
hey,
having fun.
hey, play this song. This will piss off the bride.
But how great would that have been?
That would have been awesome.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
See,
Absolutely
everybody says
not.
it would have been great.
No. No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't even let them, the bridesmaids and the groomsmen come
No.
into wrestling themes?
No. No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
that's like the most embarrassing thing when you see like we just went to a wedding. It's like just because some people pull it off. They're extroverts. They're like they love the attention, and then it's like you make the one bridesmaid or the one groomsman like they're just like they try to do something. And
Yeah,
it's just
the
like,
introverts.
Because I'm that guy. It's like don't make me dance in front of everybody. I look stupid. Everybody knows I'm stupid.
See, but
That's where
I know-
alcohol comes into
Yeah,
play.
I know I look stupid. You just have to embrace the
Yeah, no
looking
shit.
stupid.
Yeah. No, I'm an introvert as well, but alcohol definitely helps.
And that's your day that you've been
and
dreaming
it's my
of
day. Yeah.
ever since you were a little girl.
And wrestling songs was not a part of it.
Man, should've
At
been.
all.
Should have been.
Nope.
Oh, that's awesome.
Have you ever seen? Oh, well, I'll go back to it and watch it on YouTube. Again, it doesn't have to be on YouTube, but because it's all audio. But it's from I forget where the radio show is, but it's the John Cena prank phone call.
Oh, I remember you
Oh
playing
my god,
those
it's so funny.
videos.
It's like they call up and they're like, this woman answers the phone and like her I think her son was like, hey, like you got to prank my mom because she hates wrestling but we love it. So they called her up and they're just like, what are you doing this Sunday when John Cena takes on the Undertaker and blah, blah, and she goes, no, we don't want wrestling. And then it's like
She thinks it's a real voice
Yeah,
and it's
it,
the recording.
but then it's hang up and it's like a whole thing and then it just busts. It goes. But it was just all of these trick questions where she was the answer would be John Cena on this Sunday.
And it would be like a regular person talking to her first,
Yeah,
and then
so then the last one is picks up and she answers the phone. If this is another one of them goddamn wrestling, we're not watching it. And it's a woman that's all in the. It goes,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. It's just do you have a minute to talk about our troops? Do you support the troops? And she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yes, I just the stupid prank call and and she's and it's oh, okay, well, because there's and then it just busts in with the announcer voice. He's she's like, there's a Marine that really in your area that needs your help. And she's like, oh, what can I do? And it's and the Marine, his name is John Cena. She's like, God, and that's what breaks her. And it's 3 or 4 minutes, and it's just hilarious.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you're gonna tell our kids to do that?
Why not?
Listen,
it
we
wouldn't
gotta-
work. It wouldn't work though.
We got to
because
prank
you
mom
do
with
love
a wrestling. Oh my god!
And to get people on the phone. Kev's the only one that wants to answer the phone anymore.
Oh, I don't answer the phone.
No, I don't know.
The
So-
number I don't know, I do not answer.
So, the phone number I don't know. Answer, you pick up, breathe heavy, just to get the person to hang up. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
On the ER, they probably don't have too much time on their hands.
But so we went up Memorial Day to your grandpa's mountain house, and he didn't come. So we did all the work, setting up some things, and he went to call me to say thank you for doing the work at the house. But I only had his cell number. I didn't have their house number.
You
so
have a cell number?
yeah, I think because that's what I called him. The one, either way,
Oh.
I didn't have the house phone number. So
Yeah.
your grandpa called me from the house phone number I don't recognize. I hit him with the heavy breathing, and then he hangs up. And so then the next so it was 3 weeks ago.
I think I think he might have called me and was like, "Hey, do you have Kevin's number? Is this the right number?" I'm
So-
like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, what?
But either way, he was like, "Oh, you missed the call from me," and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't think so." And so then he's like, "Oh, I called from the house phone." And he gives me the phone number. I look through my missed calls, and it's not a missed call. It's one that I answered, but it's a number I don't know. And the call length was 7 seconds. So I was like, "Oh my god, I hit your grandpa with the heavy breathe."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was probably
Weirded
"Oh, what
out.
the fuck?" Yeah, so what the fuck?
Well, I saved the number,
She
so I
gave me
won't
the
do that
right
again.
number. That's probably why she called me. Yeah. Ugh.
What are you looking at?
Hour and 15. Any more stories?
Nothing that's jumping out right now. I mean, we could talk about how much Brittany loves wrestling for another 45 minutes.
Nah, we
I'd
don't
love
have
to bring Pat on and us two, and then you two, and just call you nerds like she used to do in high school. To
Yeah.
you fucking nerds. It's just something weird about grown men. I would be like, oh, Brittany likes wrestling, like bunch of jacked dudes. Okay, I can see it.
Oh, that's true. I mean, that is pretty nice.
Kevin, Pat, I'm like, huh, okay.
What do you mean, a bunch of jack dudes? It's the same.
Yeah, I guess.
That is true.
Okay, well, what's weirder?
Go ahead.
Grown men watching something that's purely for entertainment, or grown men watching snuff films on crazyshit.com?
That is for world experience to understand how dangerous the world is, Kev. Not everything's half-naked men running around, touching each other, oiled up. Yeah. Sometimes real shit happens.
Yeah.
You can be snuffed out in a blink of an eye. Or sometimes you can...
You could get suplexed in the blink of an eye, too. You got to be aware.
I always think about that kid that killed his little sister and hit her under the bed. That's what wrestling brought us.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, not just that.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit's in there, too.
And on that note, this has been another episode of the Express Lane
Oh,
with...
we're going out on the downer? Oh, man. Kevin Stan, that's the episode.
And thank you for joining us, Brittany, again as well.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
One of our only fans.
I think we should have your wife on here.
All right.
Yeah, I want to talk shit about you with her.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll enjoy that part. That'd probably be the best conversation for her.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do that. That would be fun.
I think it would be
Alright.
fun.
All right, we'll do a couples one.
Good.
Yeah, now it
Why
sounds
not?
lame. I'm out.
All right.
Whatever.
Peace.
See ya.
Bye.